Hey, nerdy sports fan here. We're talking Monday Night Football action, Week 12, and this is the Baltimore Ravens going to see the Los Angeles Rams. Now, this is a better matchup than they've had some Monday nights, but it's still going to be pretty one-sided. Um, the Ravens are one of the top 5 teams in the league pretty easily. There's an argument to be had that they're the best team in the league. They've definitely got the MVP right now. Lamar Jackson is a one-man wrecking crew. Watching him play is an absolute joy. Um, the Rams can't handle that. They just can't. This option-based attack that Greg Roman has installed with Lamar Jackson, it's very, very similar to what he did with the other Harbaugh in San Francisco when they had Kaepernick. It's just better because Lamar Jackson has a much better supporting cast, and he's personally more talented, I think, than Kaepernick was. But either way, this is the system that got Kaepernick to the Super Bowl against the team that is now running the system. So the Ravens have seen this. They know it's effective. They know it works. That's why they're using it. That's it. Is it going to run the guy down? Is he going to be prematurely hurt because of being such a focal point of an offense? Probably. Will they be able to get a Super Bowl victory out of him within the next 3 years? This year included in that? Probably. So I think they take that trade-off. This is probably the Ravens' year, actually. And the Rams are just in the way right now. That's it. The Ravens' pass defense is very good. So the return of Brandon Cooks is going to be kind of muted. Cooper Kupp is still going to be where all the action in the passing game goes for the Rams. And it'll be mitigated because of the quality of defense he's going against. But he still gets so many targets that he's going to be the play fantasy-wise. I would anticipate Gurley to get more touches. They've turned more into a power running team versus a zone running team in more recent weeks. That's had a resurgence for Gurley. He's looked much better the past few weeks. Just this isn't the team. It isn't. They're going to be behind. They're going to be behind early and by a lot. And that's going to take the ball out of Gurley's hands. So, Kupp being a target monster, he's going to get his. The other receiving targets are risk plays because, well, they're not going to be targeted as much, and they're going up against a superior passing defense. So, yeah, find a replacement for Gurley if you can. It's definitely not going to be his game. On the Baltimore side of things, anybody who benches Lamar Jackson at this point is an idiot. But also Mark Ingram, put him in there. They're going to need to ice the game from an early point. It's going to be running the ball all over the place on this Rams defense that hasn't shown a consistent ability to stop the run. And Ingram and Jackson are just going to have a field day with it. They're not going to need to throw the ball much. Andrews is the play in games like this in the passing game when they're not going to throw the ball much. He's the safety blanket. They use 2-3 tight ends at a time, and Andrews is just the guy that runs the most consistent routes and gets open in the middle of the field for Lamar. So it's the usual suspects that you're focusing on, and it's going to be a one-sided game. The Rams should be more than 3-point underdogs. They just they're outclassed in this game. They have a top 5 team, arguably the best team in the league coming in, and they haven't played up to the standard that they set for themselves a few years ago. So I think the Ravens run them out of their own stadium pretty decisively. I bet the Ravens all day at this 3-point line. I think they win by 10 plus. That's what I got this week, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit the rest of my videos for more fantasy football advice.